Tonight we've got delayed videos
and cinematic universes. All Systems Go starts right now.
Hello and welcome to episode 3 of ASG. I'm Cozy Jenny.
And I'm Comfy Ro. Let's get started. Moon Prism Power, make up! Viz Media announced that they will be uploading several beloved classic anime to YouTube for free. The titles include Death Note, the complete series, Hunter x Hunter, seasons 1 through 3, Inuyasha, the complete series, Mr. Osomatsu, seasons 1 and 2, Naruto, seasons 1 through 8, and Sailor Moon, the complete series. In addition to these shows, Viz Media has also added some anime movies. At this time, the selection will only be available with English subs.
After Elon's takeover, Twitter has been getting worse and worse. Last week, the company announced that a Twitter Blue subscription is required to have SMS-based two-factor authentication. If you don't want to give your money to Twitter, but you still want some protection, you have less than a month to change your two-factor authentication to start using an authenticator app or a security key. The reasoning behind the change is because of bad actors abusing the phone-based TFA. But the change was effective starting on March 20th.
Once upon a time, a little me was enthralled by beautifully animated dragons, a world of Vikings, and a score that I still listen to while studying on the reg. Now, I've lived long enough to see that franchise become the villain. That's right, How to Train Your Dragons is getting a live-action remake. Rumors of our return to Berk have been circulating for the last month, and this flight of fancy has finally been confirmed. Casting has not been announced yet, but the movie is slated for release on March 14th, 2025. Writer and director Dean Dubois will be returning for this project, so fans can stay cautiously hopeful.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to Game Theory. Just kidding, we're the knockoff. But here on ASG, we know to stay in our lane. After the success of Game Theory, MatPat started Film Theory, which made sense, and then Food Theory, which made less sense. And recently, the fourth theory branch, Style Theory, dropped. Though I personally would never take advice from a company that dropped absolute banger branded fits like sparkling sequin hoodie dress and Game Master hooded t-shirt. Style Theory's YouTube channel has more than 1 million subscribers. Despite my shallow take on the channel's work, the work that the team overall puts in shows, and the production and the ideas are pretty interesting. The videos vary in topics between stiletto killer heels and if they can actually kill, mathematically making yourself more beautiful, poison in your makeup, and even more. If you find any of that appealing, go ahead and check out Style Theory.
If you're in the mood for happy nostalgic news, this next story is not for you. Starting tomorrow, February 23rd, the childhood favorite Rovio Classics Angry Birds will no longer be available on the Google Play Store for Android users. If you fall into this category, don't fret, because you still have until tomorrow to download the game. And once it's on your phone, it won't be deleted. Apple users will still be able to download it after tomorrow, but it'll be listed under the name Red's First Flight, in what many believe is an attempt to bury the game. As a one-time $1 purchase, Rovio Classics Angry Birds doesn't make nearly as much money as the other Angry Birds titles, which make money off of microtransactions, of course. A company getting rid of something people enjoy in order to make money? I'm shocked.
The Evolution Championship Series has announced the official title lineup for EVO 2023. The lineup is as follows: Dragon Ball FighterZ, Guilty Gear Strive, The King of Fighters 15, Melty Blood Type Lumina, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Street Fighter 6, Tekken 7, and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. There were also several announcements released among the lineup. The top 8 finals have been shortened to the top 6. Each main game will have a $25,000 prize pool. Cygames will also host a pre-release tournament for Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising at EVO 2023 with more information on its way. EVO 2023 will take place from August 4th through the 6th at Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. Don't go away because after the break, we're getting all the recommendations.
All systems go. We'll be right back.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental.
Video, Henrique is giving his anime recommendations. Let's see what he has to say.
Hello everybody, hope everyone's having a wonderful night. With March right around the corner, so is another spring anime season. So just so you don't get lost on what to watch, I made a list of a couple of the best releases coming up. So sit back, relax, and pick up your calendars because this season is packed full of great shows for everyone. Kicking off the list, it's happening. It's almost there, people. The third part of Attack on Titan's final season is coming out finally on March 4th. Let's just hope they don't extend that any further.
嫌われてるとは思うけど、そこまでではないはずだよ。
え？
だって、殺さなきゃならないとは感じないから。
Finally, after 7 years in the making, the beautiful story of Elias and Chise comes back to us with The Asian Magus Bride Season 2, coming up on April 6th.
新しい子ね。学年はお決まり？
渾身の一撃じゃ足りない。その100倍の力をひねり出せ。
Our favorite asthmatic samurai finally returns with Demon Slayer Season 3, the Swordsmith Village arc, coming up sometime in April.
私が好きなものは不変。完璧な状態で永遠に変わらないこと。
てめえか、人類石化の黒幕は。
Beyond the Science Guy, the anime, comes back for its 3rd season, with Dr. Stone New World coming up in April.
かしこまりました。欲しいイコール正義です。
After promptly traumatizing all of its new audience with last season, Mobile Suit Gundam The Witch from Mercury returns to our screens on April.
スペーシアンの方じゃ。
水星にこんなモビルスーツが。
ガンドワーム、ガンダム。
私はこの国を滅ぼしたいのだ。
Finishing up the sequels list, the cutest king ever continues his quest with Ranking a King Season 2, coming in April.
街を襲おうが、この国を乗っ取ろうが、自由だ。
こんなのが王になれる国か。
It isn't a new season of anime without, of course, new anime. So here's a list of some interesting choices for you to be spending your time during this new anime season.
ここね、モモティ先生ですか？
A struggling mangaka has a hard time taking care of his two siblings, up until a strange woman dropped by his door, claiming that they're married? A Galaxy Next Door comes to your screens on April 9th.
本が好きだったようで、その中にあなたの漫画も。
え？
私はこの不自由さに胸を打たれたのです。
すみません、公式さん。徹夜に付き合ってください。
お付き合いします。
Aspiring violinist Hajime Aono vowed to never play the violin ever again following his parents' divorce. But when his heart meets the aspiring violinist Ritsuko Akine, maybe, just maybe, that's the push he needed to get back to his passion. Aono Orchestra begins airing on April 9th.
そんな当たり前のこともできない世の中ならぶっ壊すしかないでしょ。グーパンで。
For the shonen lovers out there, what if Harry Potter just decided, screw it, I'm gonna punch everybody? Well, you'll get your answers with Masho. When a magicless student joins a magic school with the only intent to prove that magic can be beat with the fists. Masho comes to our screens on April.
ぶっ壊すしかないでしょ。グーパンで。マッシュル。
Our favorite Pyromania comes back to our screens with our own spin-off, trying to prove that explosions are the way to become a great wizard. Konosuba, an explosion on this wonderful world, comes to our screens on April. Lastly, Tetsutosu is a normal salaryman until he discovers a dark secret about his daughter's boyfriend. Now he and his wife has to protect her against a crime syndicate in My Home Hero, airing in April. Thank you so much everyone for sticking with me on this Spring 2023 anime season. I hope you enjoyed, hope you pick up some of the recommendations. For now, let's just stick with the regular programming. See you then.
After the break, we'll join the cast to see what they think should show up on the big screen. ASG will be right back.
Hey Paisanos, you know what I love? The Marvel Cinematic Universe. We here at All Systems Go, as a collective, love the MCU so much that we're discussing today which series we wish would get a cinematic universe. Darian, what would you like? What would you like to see as a cinematic universe? Come in the chit chat. What would you want to see?
So personally, I don't think that things that are not movies should be adapted to movies as much as they are, because I think certain art forms are made to be presented in certain ways, and when you convert them to other mediums, they lose a lot of their effectiveness. However, if I were to choose one that would be good as a cinematic universe, there's a game series from the 90s that was called Oddworld, and it was meant to be a series of like several games, and the first one was, it was about like the employee of the year at this meat processing plant finds out that because all of the species that were being turned into food were being driven into extinction, that now the plant was turning its workers into the new food. And so then he goes on this adventure of like first escaping the plant and then going back and then freeing all of his friends. And it was a really cool cinematic platformer, and it had a couple of sequels. And
like how many games are we talking here? 'Cause like
it was meant to be 5 games. Instead, they had 2 games in the main series and then 2 spin-offs. And then within like the last 5 years, they had a reboot that has 2 games now.
That plot you just described kind of sounds like The Promised Neverland. It's an anime, but it's with kids instead. Oh!
Yeah, a lot of people, cannibalism is probably going to be a
Well,
running theme.
except in this, it's like goofy aliens. Because it's really cool because
Varying cannibalism is cannibalism, no matter how goofy.
It has like a lot of themes about consumerism and environmentalism, but it ties it together with this really offbeat humor, which is really effective the way it does it.
Nice.
Okay, that's understandable, but also like a handful of games, like 4, isn't enough to make a cinematic universe.
Okay,
So
but it would be expanded upon.
Maybe. There's a lot of comic books out there. Marvel made a lot of movies, a lot of comic books, but I know Sophia has a very big series to choose from.
You look so excited.
Okay, so before I get into my series of choice, I would just like to make it 100% clear that I am not a member of the collective that loves the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes, you are.
No, Eric, I can speak for myself. I'm not one that loves it. I don't know why we said a collective. It's very divisive. I do not love it. Anyways, my series of choice is also technically a form of video games that Darian actually correctly predicted because I think we're around each other too much. For those that were new, last season...
Wait, Anne-Marie, can you predict what it's going to be?
No, I'm just agreeing.
David, can you predict what it's going to be?
I'm gonna predict what?
What game series Sophia would pick?
Would it be, Animal Crossing?
No, but that's a good guess.
I
personally really enjoyed the Papa Louie Flipline Studios franchise as a child and recently got back into it over winter break. And I realized that there is a substantial amount of lore in the games.
Lore?
There's lore.
There's a lot of lore.
There's a lot of lore. There's a lot of
Gotta map out
continuity.
on
There's
this.
a lot of character development even in the long string of games that they are produced, not only in that style of game, but also in other platformer style games that Flipline Studios produced. So there are 4. It's like Papa Louie when something attacks or something like that. And there are 4 of those games like that, where they have this type of villain story and Papa Louie has to save all of his clientele, etc., etc. And I personally think that would be a great film series.
If I didn't know you weren't a liar, I would think you're making this up.
Yeah.
The trailers for that would be so hype. Like, fans would be pointing out, like, making all over the forum saying, there was pancakes in the background of this scene. That means they're referencing that thing.
The red tape.
Oh my god, chicken wings, Papa's Twiggeria, oh my god.
Oh my god, it's all connected.
Yeah, so they are all connected. There is this one island, this geographic island of all the different places in which the stores are at, because they're not all in the same place, because why would they? But yeah, I think it'd be really interesting to see how they play that out. And if I had to pick animation or live action, I would want this to be animation.
It have to be.
Fair pick.
I think that
I'm
live
sorry,
action
Sophia,
would
we
just
gotta
take it away.
go to the next person.
I know, I just get really passionate.
Anne-Marie?
So, okay, going into this, I thought it was stuff we shouldn't. So for shouldn't, I don't think Sharknado should be a cinematic universe.
But it already is.
Yes, but for should, a game that I absolutely would love to see as a cinematic universe is slowly already being turned into one, as there's going to be a Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and I think that game series is so like lore rich. They have so much they can possibly
I feel like
do.
lore is a oddly consistent thing here, but I'm sorry, we gotta wrap up. David, you didn't get a chance to say what yours would have been.
I don't know, maybe Kung Fu Panda. Because it's so cool.
It is.
Per se.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's completely valid. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have to talk about how much we love the MCU. Next up, Dragons taking over dating sims. ASG will be right back.
Dating, the hardest game of all. Let's see if the cast has what it takes to get through their own dating sim.
And what better lover than a kaiju? Today we're playing Kaichu, the kaiju dating sim. If I don't get to romance Mothra, I'm just saying.
So there are essentially 6 different characters that you can choose from to date in the game. And you're essentially fighting against the government to actually fall in love. One of the really cool aspects about this game is how the pronouns, they have so many new pronouns that you can choose from. It's amazing.
Oh dear master.
Come on, dog.
We'll do Mothra.
We got it.
Mountains. Look at that flat top mound.
Absolutely.
Mount.
Excited.
Destroy a
Definitely
mountain.
Didn't do this before.
They did it.
They did it.
It's a long kiss. Wow!
Budding romance. Look at them wave goodbye.
Station. Look at the little hearts.
Let's go. Oh, Big Ben now.
I'm seeing Ben. Big
to
go
see Ben
down.
fall.
That was such a quick little smooch.
They were like,
Big Ben is falling. It's falling. It's like a Doctor Who episode.
we up the romance.
Oh my god. We can't do
Dude, we're
any
over
of the
halfway.
heartbreak. We can't do any
We're
heartbreak.
over halfway. My goodness.
Time doesn't exist.
It's not real anymore.
Domes are really pretty. Those like glass ceilings. Like in Glass House? No, wait. Onion.
Like in Glass House. You know, the new movie that just came out. We're dating this episode. Love.
We're YouTubers.
Oh.
Okay, so plant-based love.
Adorable. So cute.
They just destroy so many buildings. It's plant-based love because there's so much for the environment that they're
That
just...
they're destroying all of the man-made garbage.
Yeah.
It's mucking it up.
It mucks it up.
Nature, gardening, family, and simplicity does not like fire, woodworking, trivia, or solitude. Interesting. That makes sense. Not the trivia one, necessarily.
Yeah, the trivia one didn't really come up
But
at
that's
all.
okay,
But
that's
like,
okay. We don't like trivia either. I love trivia. I'm really bad at it. I will murder anyone and everyone at trivia.
If I know-
I get so competitive at trivia. It's not even funny.
if I know about like the thing, then like yeah, kinda, sorta.
Very competitive at trivia. That's why I try not to do it so much.
There are many places on this that I've never heard of.
Which we should probably.
We never covered this. This wasn't on
the test.
This wasn't on the test. Well, this is. Wait. None of the answers would have worked.
Was this a trick question?
That's how they're gonna mess us up. This is how they break up people.
Oh my lordy. I hate this robot.
Why are they doing this to us?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
They broke up in the rain.
We have to redo.
Their love seemed like that was like it couldn't have gone right. Back. Maybe it was supposed to. Maybe they. Okay.
They knock us down.
In Masra.
They knock us down, and then we come back stronger.
Yeah.
We couldn't have won.
This is wild. So they're giving us love advice.
They are. And in turn, we're giving you love advice.
I don't know how to read.
It's okay. We got it this time.
I don't know how to read.
Are you back for more?
Would that be a yes? Like a very positive yes? Like, yeah.
Yeah, we're back for more. Yeah.
Or like, I'm back to get beaten up more. Like,
No, we're back for more. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you back for more? Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna fight for love again.
Kick your robotic butt.
Good, good, good. They're gonna destroy him. They're in love. Just love wins. Love wins. Love wins. Love wins. Love wins. as they should. They destroy that monster. They destroy the robots together with the power of love. I love that explosion. The government doesn't win. They also stole her babies. Can we talk about?
Up next, more Uncharted content and a game show you don't want to miss. ASG will be right back.
People on the internet have confusing and outlandish logic, but is it possible to figure out what makes them tick? Welcome to the Metacritic review game, which may or may not get a better name at some point. I have 4 lovely contestants, Cam, Henrique, Seth, and Sophia. I grabbed a bunch of user reviews from real people on Metacritic.com. I'll tell you 4 games, all reviewed by the same person, but only 3 of the scores. It's your goal to guess what the 4th score is based on the first 3. I'll call on you in a line to get all of your answers, and then I'll reveal what it is so everyone will get to guess. It is a scale from 0 to 10, but you don't have to get it exact. If you're exact, you get 2 points. If you're within 2, you get 1 still. So you don't have to be super precise. This will make more sense, I think, when we get into it. There's a chance this will be really funny, but it also might just be really stupid, and we're going to find out. Are we ready?
Hi.
I'll take that as a yes. For the first set of reviews, this real individual, gave Ghostbusters on the Xbox One a 10, gave Plants vs. Zombies a 7, and Mass Effect Andromeda a 4. What score do you think they gave to Hot Shots Golf World Invitational? Let's start with Cam.
8.
8?
Yep.
Okay.
8.5.
5.
8.5.
8.5?
8.5.
I'm gonna say 7.
It has to be a solid number.
9.
9, okay.
7.
7?
I'm gonna be very sad if he got it.
6. The answer is indeed 7.
Yes!
That is 2 points to Seth, 1 point to, I believe, everyone else. Is that correct? Yeah. For the second set of user reviews, this individual gave Elden Ring a 0, gave Halo Combat Evolved a 10, and gave Disco Elysium a 0. What score do you think they gave to Genshin Impact? Henrique, let's start with you this time.
I'll go with a 4.
4, okay. Seth?
10.
10. Sophia?
0.
0. Cam?
9.
The answer is indeed 0. That is 2 points for Sophia, and I think that's it. Number 3, this individual gave Zelda Ocarina of Time a 4, gave Zelda Majora's Mask a 9, and gave Zelda Twilight Princess an 8. What score do you think they gave to Nier Automata?
I thought you were going to say Breath of the Wild.
Seth?
5.
5. Sophia? 6. Okay. Cam?
4.
4. Henrique?
Can I get Twilight Princess?
Twilight Princess was 8.
8?
Yeah.
I'll say 8.
Okay. The answer was 3. They did not like Nier Automata. So I think, Seth, you guessed 4, I believe.
I did 4.
I guessed 5.
You guessed 5, and Cam guessed 4. So that's 1 point for each of you.
I should have guessed 2 for 2B.
I don't know what's going on.
It's a game show.
Where am I?
Just say numbers and you might get there.
You're in the void at the moment. Number 4, this new individual gave Sekiro Shadows Die Twice an 8. Gave Wonderful 101, one of my favorite games of all time, a 2. And gave Nintendo Land a 4. What score do you think they gave to Hatsune Miku Project Diva Future Tone? Sophia?
Having knowledge of none of those games, 4.
4,
like
okay.
This could be either a 0 or a 10.
You have to peer deep into the mind of this user.
There's not a lot to go on.
There's plenty to go on. You just need to find it.
His mind doesn't seem there.
How do you know it's a man, Cam?
Or whoever, they, them, I don't know.
For sure.
Sophia, what did you guess again? I forgot.
I said 4.
4, okay. Cam?
I'll do a 9.
9?
I'll do a 2.
2? Seth?
I'm conjuring up a 3 in my head.
A 3. Okay. The answer is indeed an 8. They thought Hatsune Miku was just as good as Sekiro. So that's a point for Cam.
Yeah.
And I think that's it, correct? Because you were within 2.
What are the
They were good.
Number 5. This user gave Lil Gator Game an 8.
What?
Gave Metroid Dread a 9. And gave Cthulhu Saves Christmas an 8.
What is Cthulhu
What score do you think they gave to Milk Inside a Bag of Milk Inside a Bag of Milk and Milk Outside a Bag of Milk Outside a Bag of Milk?
What are the? You're making these up.
This
No,
is
you
a
made
real
that title
video
up.
game. I think we loop back to Cam now, going first.
3.
3, okay.
I'll see another 8.
8.
They have good taste. 10.
10.
6.
6. The answer is indeed 8. That will be 2 for Henrique. Seth gets 1. Sophia gets 1. This is actually 2 games in a collection of 1. These are indie psychological horror games with the name Milk Inside a Bag of Milk Inside a Bag of Milk.
That is scary.
Number 6. They gave Danganronpa 2 a 9, gave Undertale a 10, and gave Final Fantasy VII a 10. What score do you think they gave to Chrono Trigger?
Gave to what?
Chrono Trigger. Henrique.
I'm gonna go with an 8.
Okay.
9.
9.
7.
7.
6.
You would think this person would like Chrono Trigger because they liked Final Fantasy VII, but they gave this game a 1! For some reason. Your guess is as good as mine.
What?
I'll find that guy's address.
Why do you people not make sense? Why?
Number 7. They gave Xenoblade Chronicles 2 an 8, gave Journey an 8, and gave Gravity Rush Remastered an 8. What score do you think they gave to Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls?
Now here there are 2 schools of thought here. Did they go 8 and go 4 for 4, or
4 for 4.
did they actually give something other than an 8? You know what I'm saying, Seth?
All right,
Yeah.
Seth, your guess first.
8.
8, okay. Sophia.
5.
5, interesting. Enrique.
I'll go for a 9.
9, interesting.
1.
1. The answer is indeed 7, which will be a point, I believe, for Henrique and Seth.
I'll take it.
Not me, that's for sure.
If you say so, I'll take it.
Because you guessed 8 and you guessed 9. Those are both within 2 of the correct answer. Number 8, let me get the right slip of paper here. This new person gave James Bond 007, Everything or Nothing, a 7, gave Mario Kart 7 a 6, and gave Duke Nukem Forever a 10. One of the most hated games of all time, gave it a 10. What score do you think they gave to Metroid Prime 2 Echoes? Sophia.
Oh no, man, I just work here.
Peer
6.
deep into the brain. Okay,
6.
6. Sophia has conjured a 6.
Yeah.
Cam. Delve deep into the mind palace.
4.
4.
I'll go for a 7.
7.
I'm thinking 2 for Metroid Prime 2.
Very astute. That is a 2. Is actually the correct answer.
I don't like that I'm right.
Okay, so I believe, if I can add up the points, that's 7 points for Seth, and it doesn't look like anyone, everyone else, I believe, all got 4. So that is going to be, Seth is our winner, I believe. Very well done. You do not get a prize, and that's the end of that. Now that I'm done waging psychological warfare with our cast, it's time for the era of Nick's Uncharted reviews to come to a close. Just like how Naughty Dog's era of having original ideas has come to a close. Let's check it out.
Uncharted 4: A Thief's End is the final title in Nathan Drake's story. Uncharted 4 treats the characters with a level of complexity unheard of in previous Drake's main objective in this game is not selfish. He just wants to save his brother by any means necessary. Drake finally got his license, now he doesn't have to carpool anymore. Rope swinging grants the player a whole new level of control. Every aspect of Uncharted was turned up to 11 for this game, and it absolutely works, making Uncharted 4 the best Uncharted game possible.
Nathan Drake, that two-bit thief. Risking it all for some piece of treasure. I guess that's how they know me.
Let's start with the first big one, Italy. Starting out, a little rough. Lots of walking, lots of talking, a little bit of climbing. Okay, back to walking and talking. Once we hit the second portion though, the game introduces its new stealth elements. Not my favorite, but a huge improvement from 2, which if you recall, has just the worst stealth. Italy ends on a nice crescendo as all subtlety is dropped and we're reintroduced to good old mass murderer McGee here. But then we get to Madagascar, and oh my god. Peak. Its first half is this faux open world gimmick where you drive through these beautiful landscapes and kill hundreds of people. Did I mention this game is beautiful? Every location is just absolutely gorgeous, full of life and color. The game is an absolute dessert to look at. But after the open world section, and I say it like that because they're still linearly designed, just really wide. After that section, Drake and Sully enter a seaside town in Madagascar, beginning my single favorite sequence of any Uncharted title ever. It opens with a walking simulator, which normally I would hate, but it gets the player accustomed to the environment, which we may return to later. Then we do this clock tower puzzle, where Drake has to climb up the gears on a clock tower and pull all these levers. It's awesome. There's another puzzle section, bit of a snoozer on the replay, but still fun. And then we re-emerge at the same city street as before, but now, huge shootout. That layout you had to slowly make your way through and absorb, now it's a battleground. One you're already familiar with. Genius. Fighting their way through that, Drake and Sully make their way to the Jeep. Boom, car chase, flames. Making his way through the city, Drake eventually lassos onto another car and begins fighting these guys on their own vehicles. And I need to reiterate this, this is all in gameplay. You do all this. The chase does a little victory lap at the end with what I can only imagine to be the 7th Crash Bandicoot reference at this point. And then we end it with a cutscene, fade to black. From start to finish, the stakes just get higher and higher and higher. I would recommend anyone this game for this sequence alone. It's so sick. Okay, I'm gonna skip over this section with the little island puzzles because they make absolutely no sense on the replay, and honestly, I just wanna get to the main island, AKA the second half of this game. Let's talk Libertalia, the hidden pirate city on an island off the coast of Madagascar. And for those of you keeping track at home, this is Drake's 3rd hidden city. Again, stakes are raised as we go from quaint villages, to cliffside buildings, to huge sunken mansions, all of which are filled to the brim with environmental storytelling, very Last of Us. And then right before the final boss, Drake has to slide, swing, and climb through these treacherous caves. There's no music, no friends, not a lot of light. It's a time to let the players sit with their thoughts and contemplate their experience with the game. Calm before the storm, if you will. As for the final boss itself, super cool. It's fun, it's challenging, and it fits thematically. What more could I ask for? So, that's the game. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. And it does mean it when it says A Thief's End. I said at the beginning, this game is the best Uncharted can possibly be. As a series, Uncharted's gameplay is simple and repetitive. Every game has the challenge of breaking that up as much as possible to keep the player engaged, and Uncharted 4 does that the best, taking all the best aspects from the previous titles. Uncharted 1's vehicles, Uncharted 2's emphasis on set pieces and escalation of stakes, Uncharted 3's emphasis on character, and even The Last of Us with its environmental storytelling. I don't think they should make another Uncharted game. Naughty Dog has done everything they possibly can with this incredibly simple gameplay format. They did it with 4. They made the best Uncharted game possible. And let's leave it at that.
How they'll remember me. But that's not who I am.
All we've got for this week's episode of All Systems Go. But if you just can't get enough of us, make sure to check out our Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok for more content.
And don't forget to come back next Wednesday at 9 for a brand new episode of ASG.
I'm Rowan Yost.
And I'm Jenny Zaborowski.
All Systems Go, signing
off.
They cut off our heart.